Getting a flu shot and protecting your health are more important than ever this year. Help us keep our hospitals open and available to care for COVID-19 patients by reducing hospitalizations related to the flu. We know that there's a lot more people that are going into the hospital because of COVID-19. We don't want to make matters worse by having people who have the flu using some of those hospital beds. And because there is a vaccine available for the flu, it certainly is in everyone's best interest that everyone gets the flu shot, so that if you are in the unlikely and unfortunate situation where you contract COVID-19 and have to go in the hospital, that the beds will be there, because we know that that is becoming a growing issue throughout the state of Wisconsin. In several minutes, I'll talk a little bit about our community testing sites, but I did see a report that Aurora might be making changes to its testing efforts. And I think it would be a mistake for Aurora to end its community testing. When this began, we started out very, very clearly wanting to have a partnership with county government, with city government, with state government, and with our healthcare providers. And while I recognize that all healthcare providers are being inundated right now with patients, there still, I believe, is a responsibility for all of our healthcare partners to continue to be our partners in testing as well. Ascension remains a partner. Freighter remains a partner. The community clinics remain a partner. And I want to see Aurora remain a partner as well. As you may recall, they had a site on 60th and Capitol, and we actually moved the National Guard site from that site at 60th and Capitol because we felt that in the long term, having Aurora as our partner was a solution to what we're trying to do. After we moved the National Guard from 60th and Capitol up to Custer High School, we learned months later that Aurora was going to be closing that site for testing, but I was told that that testing would occur at Sinai Samaritan. Now I'm hearing reports that Sinai Samaritan might not be testing. We all have an obligation to be part of this testing efforts. And so I will be talking to representatives from Aurora, but I want to make it clear that I believe that all the hospital systems and all of our federally community health centers should remain partners with us as we try to continue to test. We cannot do it ourselves. And you'll see when I talk about the numbers, just the incredible pressure that we're under right now. In fact, if you look yesterday at Miller Park, which we set up for approximately 2,000, maybe a little more than 2,000, we tested 2,805 people at Miller Park on yesterday. On the northwest side, we tested 586 people. On the south side, we tested 528 people. So the city of Milwaukee total for one day with our resources is close to 4,000. And I don't think it's reasonable to expect our resources that are very limited and may be ending December 31st should pick up the slack if we have one of our major partners make a decision that they're not going to be doing this testing. And again, I understand that there's pressures on all of our systems, but keep in mind, Miller Park continues to exceed its designated capacity of 2,000 tests a day, and both the Northwest and Southside health centers are exceeding their design capacity of 400 tests each day. We're all doing more than we can, and we're all doing more than we can because unfortunately, the spike in cases is requiring us to do so. This is not a time to be leaving the partnership. I want to encourage our residents to take advantage of alternatives to our community testing sites. Community health centers and a number of pharmacies are excellent locations. You can find the full map of testing locations at milwaukee.gov/COVID testing. And as we continue to see cases rise and our demand for testing increase, we need our residents to use all our testing sites efficiently and appropriately to avoid long lines and to be sure that everyone receives a test in a timely manner. I do want to also point out that I want to remind everyone that the Northwest and Southside health centers will be closed tomorrow, November 11th, in observance of Veterans Day. Miller Park will remain open for walk-up and drive-through testing from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. So in honor of veterans, those two sites will not be open, but again, Miller Park will be open tomorrow.